So you're looking at getting a tune for your 2.8 liter Yamaha SHO engine. Here's some things to keep in mind when looking at this particular product. Now, one, what you have to understand moving forward is that the SHO engines that we're talking about here, the 150 and the 175, they are identical to the 2.8 liter 200 offshore engine. Now, what makes this set of 3 engines specific to some of the other engines is that all 3 of these engines are going to have variable camshafts, right? So a 150 offshore or a 175 offshore will not have that, so we don't tune them quite as far. But because these SHO engines share the variable camshaft with the 200, they get tuned to 231 horsepower, which is a pretty good gain. Now, another thing to consider here is anytime we're talking about SHO engines, they're going to be hotter than what is on the cowl. Some of this, I believe, if I was a betting man, is if you stacked an offshore and a SHO next to each other, both the same output, the SHO has to be a little bit faster. And so when we dyno test these SHO engines stock, they always make a little bit more horsepower. In the case of the 150, it actually makes 164 horsepower when we test them stock. In the case of the 175, they actually make 188. Now you want to keep that in mind when you're looking at the power gains, right? You're going 150 to 231, pretty good, but really it's 164 to 231. It's just something to keep in mind. Make sure you take a close look at those dyno sheets to get a better idea of what I'm saying and what I'm explaining. Now, in general, these engines run really well. The 150 SHO is a great option. In my opinion, the best tune we have is the 200 SHO, which gains about 100 horsepower. The 150 SHO is probably the second place winner for tunes that run really well. They make the boats a lot faster, they run a lot stronger, they're a lot better on the fuel efficiency side. The 175s are good as well. Obviously, you're not standing to gain quite as much as a 150 guy is going to, but there's still a great option. It's still gonna really wake that boat up and make things a lot more lively and a lot better. Now, in these cases with these engines, I would expect you to possibly need a prop change. They kind of fall into that category. We're gaining 50 horsepower more, where I think you're probably going to need a prop change. It depends greatly on if you're propped correctly currently. That's something that you're going to have to evaluate. Usually, easiest thing to do, get the flash done, see how it's running, talk to a prop expert, and then you can make a more informed decision at that point because you'll have your numbers before tuned and after tuned. Couple of final thoughts for you, a little bit of house cleaning to kind of tie everything together. One thing you want to keep in mind is unless we're talking about one of the eco tunes, all of these tunes are going to run 89 octane. You can certainly run 93 octane. It's not really giving you any benefit there. You're going to want to run your 89. That's going to cover your ethanol free stuff. Pretty much everywhere that you can get it, it's going to be 89 or 90 octane. And so you want to make sure you're running that 89 octane so you don't cause damage to the engine while you're running this tune. Additionally, the year models on the website are pretty accurate. So if you're older than what's listed on the website, realistically, we're probably not going to be able to tune your engine. The same thing kind of applies if you're digging through the ECU part numbers. If you don't see yours, we probably can't tune that particular engine, especially if we're talking about older stuff. If you've got a brand new engine, then oftentimes the part numbers aren't on our website because it's just an engine we haven't seen yet. So if you got a brand new engine, feel free to reach out to us, talk to us about it. We can see if maybe it's just a delay on the website side. Maybe we do have the part number, it's just not updated yet. Or in cases where we don't have it on the website and we don't have the tune, we oftentimes can still get that tune made from Nizpro. It just takes a little bit of extra time on the turnaround. So all in all, if you have any additional questions, anything we've talked about, make sure you reach out to us for more information.